The Dominican Republic is a well-known holiday island, but can be a little confusing for cruisers. Firstly, it is a green volcanic island, like all Caribbean islands, and in the morning it can be misty and it hasn't quite woken up.
If you ever wondered why the bridge sticks out, it's so that they can look down and see how far away they are from the edge when they're parking.
The Dominican Republic port that all the ships use is this at Amber Cove, which is next to the old town of Puerto Plata, which is a beautiful old town with a small fort and lots of beaches. Amber Cove, the actual port, has a whole resort there.
Welcome to Amber Cove, and the first thing you see when you get off the ship are these tricycles which will take you up to the end of the pier.
So for a few dollars you can ride or you can walk. But when you arrive in the port building, which isn't far, you have a choice. You can either stay at the resort or take a taxi. The taxis were fairly expensive, so you might want to take a ship's tour.
We've arrived at Costa Rica. It's a beautiful beach, white sands, clear water, just what you'd expect from the Dominican Republic. It's about 20 minutes in the car from the port.
We took a taxi tour and he wasn't keen on stopping at the beach for very long.
So behind me is a statue of Neptune. It was put there in 1975 and it's 12 foot high.
We're off to the Amber Museum, where history's DNA has been captured.
The sign and the buzzword is Jurassic Park.
So this is very old.
Yeah.
Very old. The first house in Puerto Plata.
Come from tree sap, but the tree no more, so those trees disappeared. The sap also used to be like honey, very sweet and sticky.
There is an Amber Museum and the explanation is very good, and at the end there is a shop, but what they're pushing is this idea of the insect captured in the amber, which was the start of Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park was shot a little bit here and was also shot on some of the Pacific islands on the other side of the Americas. We went to visit one in Hawaii.
This is where Jurassic World was made, the scene with the helicopter landing, and the park was computer generated in the background.
We'll be back in the Dominican Republic in just a few seconds.
They're going to come back and shoot the third in the Jurassic series. This one's from the second film, Jurassic World.
This is the film park on Oahu, on the other side of Hawaii in the Pacific.
We're going to drive through the set, complete with claw marks on the walls from the dinosaur, and the control room overlooking the pen where the mutant dinosaurs were kept.
So as a little tip, if you're interested in going to the Amber Museum, and you might be interested in amber, as you come off the ship and go through the duty-free, opposite.
This is an oversized replica of a prehistoric lizard preserved in amber, and the real one is in the Amber Museum in Puerto Plata. So next to the amber lizard is the Amber Coast Larimar shop, where you can come and see Marcelino and you can buy the amber and he'll tell you all about it.
We suggest you visit this amber shop before you go into the old town because the prices appear cheaper and the quality better.
With the light, it doesn't change anything, right?
Yeah.
You just can go through.
Yeah.
You come to this piece.
And there's not so much pressure
Oh yes.
as there is in the old town.
Yeah.
It's blue.
Yeah, it's with 40.
That is
Very
beautiful.
unique.
Yeah.
Okay, let's stay with the old town for a bit and then we'll come back to Amber Cove.
5:30 afternoon.
5:30
Most of
every
people come in
day.
Sunday.
Yeah.
200 people. Normally,
There is only one original building in Independence Square, and this church is not it. San Felipe Cathedral was destroyed by fire in 1863, and it had to be renovated again after Hurricane George in 1988. There is a service every day at 5:30, and on Sundays over 200 people attend.
So this is the main square and that is the town hall. It's all so like Cuba here, even the language is very similar.
There's a carnival for the whole month of February, culminating here in Independence Square in a parade on the 27th of February to celebrate independence from Haiti in 1844. This blue bar is the only original building in the square. One of the two statues in the square is Juan Pablo Duarte, who is considered one of the founding fathers of the Dominican Republic, although he spent most of his life in exile. But long before, there was a need to protect the city from pirates and corsairs, and this hill was the ideal strategic location.
This fort in Puerto Plata is over 400 years old.
There is a wide variety of tours on offer to places that we didn't get to see in our private taxi that worked out more expensive than the ship's transfer. You might want to see Mount Isabel cable car, the Dama Jaguar Falls, Sosua, the historic Jewish area, the rum distillery.
There is a tour excursion desk in Amber Cove, as well as the one you had on the ship, and we suggest an organised tour.
Amber Cove has a totally different feel to the other cruise ports. It's purpose-built. It's kind of like a theme park. You can hire a cabana, there's a water park, you can go zip lining, there are waterfalls. It's all clean and new.
So you might consider, of all the ports you're going to visit, this is the time when you can just chill out, holiday, kick off the shoes, sit back and enjoy yourself. Amber Cove is designed exactly for that. But you could see the town in the morning, you could go canoeing in the morning, and then come back here in the afternoon and enjoy the sunshine near the ship.
Oh wow! This is the future of cruising. It can only get bigger. This is a complimentary water park for everyone to use.
Well, hang on, G. A few things cost extra.
These hammocks, complimentary.
Yeah, but can you find one available? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
If you've got children or grandchildren, here's paradise. Oh, I don't think I'll win.
When this really comes into its own is if you're on a ship that doesn't have water slides and all of these features, they just have the kids' club, then this is different and a great day out.
The difference between this port and other ports in the Caribbean is no one's hassling you for money.
Unless you walk out to the taxi rank.
The Dominican Republic has a rich variety of wildlife. For example, from January through to March, Samana Bay is taken over by humpback whales who come here to breed. You could just get off with your costume, your towel, your cruise card, and forget about your money. So there are additional extras. You can rent out a cabana.
Prices will have changed.
You can have an aqua boat cycle. You can have a kayak, a zip line, unlimited times. $20 for unlimited zip lining. So after your helmet and your safety equipment, the zip line starts here.
Lots of cruise stops now have purpose-built ports with buildings and shops. Amber Cove just offers you more. And if somebody suggests they don't like the modern resort, well, you have the old town. So you have both. You have the choice.
This is the Sky Bar where you get the great views.
I have to say that Jean and I both felt, what is there not to like about Amber Cove? It is a great resort and we thoroughly enjoyed the stop.
If you're on an excursion, there's a massive coach park at the back. Amber Cove could not be easier.
If you're joining the ship here, you will go in a coach bonded to the port terminal and check into your ship. Once checked into the ship, you can visit Barbados.
Number 8 is the bearded fig tree, and it is how Barbados got its name, Los Barbados, the bearded one.
We're having a beach day today in Barbados from the cruise ship, and it's really easy to do cheaply. If you like a rum punch and a snorkel, this is the boat for you.
We'll show you north, south, east and west of the island, a bit in the middle, but tonight we're going out.
We're at Moe's Bar and Grill, and it's right on the side of the stage, so the music's going to be loud.
The dancing starts late, but if you don't get there early, you won't get a seat.
Very dramatic. I think there's a wedding over there.
It's a baptism.
The very helpful young lady in the bar said that the botanical gardens are 5 minutes walk up here. So fingers crossed, I'm trusting her. But it is quite a steep hill. Just having a beer at the famous Sandy Lane Hotel. God knows what it's going to cost. Great bar, music, and steaming ice to keep you cool. Welcome to the rainforest island of Dominica.
But then in 1690, the French came in. And then in 1726, the British came in.
It's hot, you're going to need a hat.
President's Palace, Queen Victoria Memorial Building, the Parliament Building, the Cathedral. Then I go to Mondros.
We're in the Montbrus area, and this was the British area, the area occupied by British troops. Behind me is the capital city, Roseau.
Then I go into the Botanical Gardens.
As you can see, it is stunningly beautiful here.
And then I do the twin waterfalls, the Trafalgar Falls. Okay, if you notice, it's in the tropical rainforest.
So we call it chuk chuk. You pour boiling water on this and drink it.
It's a natural medicine.
Unsweetened too.
There are a lot of natural herbal medicines in the forest. The old people know about this, and when I say old, one has just died at 128. Wow. We're on the viewing platform of the falls. It's a great view. If you want to climb, you can go and swim.
Join us on Doris Visits. Our aim is to make you feel like you're cruising all year round by watching the films, and reading the books. Do read Cruise Ship Heist, please. 99p on the Kindle, and then review it on Amazon or wherever you got it from. Thank you very much.